welcome you all to the inaugural session of the workshop. It's time to commence the inaugural ceremony with the opening remark of Dr. Karthik Selvakumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Green Energy Technology, and convener of 3 days high-end hands-on training workshop. With immense exclusion, I would like to welcome Dr. Karthik Selvakumar to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to one and all. First of all, I'd like to thank our respected Professor Taranik Karosu sir, Vice Chancellor and Director SCR. And I like to give my utmost respect and welcome to our Director CCR, Professor Clement Sagayaraj Lulu. And I like to welcome our Head of the Department, Professor Arun Prasad, and Head of the Department of Electronics Engineering, Shanmuganandam sir. And deepest gratitude to the Canara Bank and Into-Play Technologies, which are the technical partner. So they are supporting our event, and all other technical staffs, faculties of our universities for your extended warm welcome. So this workshop is about software module on 3 modules, which covers 3 departments: electrical, mechanical, or basically it will have an energy aspect. So all energy sector, we may have a DC-DC converters, and we have a energy simulation, thermal simulation, fluid simulation. It can be applied for sports event, and the electrical model, motor design. So all the modules, basic introduction to all the modules will be given in the workshop schedule. So for this thing, we have resource persons from Into-Play Technology, and especially I have to thank Sendhuran sir for arranging all the arrangement from Into-Play Technology. They are the official partner of Ansys software. So with this, that I will thank all the organizing committee member of our department for your valuable support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your thought-provoking welcome address. Let us make the beginning of the ceremony by lighting the lamp.
Respected Vice Chancellor and all the eminent men who are seated on the dais, invited guests, scholars and students. I am really very happy to be with you today as a part of this program, which is going to be a very interesting one. And when I have gone through your program, and also saw the topic, it was really baffling to me, since I am not a scientist, but I am from a language department. Therefore, I asked Dr. Karthik Kumar to provide me with some materials, and with that I will be able to manage, because this is presidential address. And Karthik Kumar is good enough to send me a write-up where I can't understand even a single line. And therefore I thought that I should give up the rigorous task of understanding your topic and also the things that go beyond my capacity. And I can tell you something which is related to literature if I take up your subject, and with that I think I will be able to wind up, because there are a lot of scientists here and they are your masters, and they will be able to illuminate you in a better way than a language specialist. This green energy helps us to build our environment, and this is the energy that we are getting from the natural resources like sunlight, wind, water, etc. This much we know as lay people. But there are two great literary stalwarts who have predicted what will happen to the future of mankind if we go on exploiting the natural resources. As you all know, one is Aldous Huxley and the other one is Bertrand Russell. And Bertrand Russell warned the world by saying the time in which we are living now, this is supposed to be the golden era as far as the humankind is concerned. My dear friends, you please mark that word golden era. Don't think that it is a positive comment. It is a negative comment, because after some time, our successors will not be having any natural resources because we are plundering our planet Earth. Whether it is sea or whether it is land, we are exploiting the natural resources. Therefore, we can live very happily and we can consider this to be our golden era. But whether your successors, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren will say the same thing in the future, that is a big question mark and a very baffling thing before us. And in fact, Aldous Huxley also wrote a very famous essay that is beautifully titled as Tomorrow, Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I hope you can understand this is not his own coinage, but this has been taken from Shakespeare's Macbeth. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps into this petty pace from day to day. All our yesterdays were lighted fools, the way to dusty death. Life is a player that struts and frets upon the stage and is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. And very aptly he has taken it, and in that essay he just points out that if we go on like this, as what Russell has said, exploiting the natural resources, we will be left next to nothing. And this is his prediction. And let me tell you one or two things. Again, it concerns English literature, especially American literature. There is a very famous novelist, and perhaps how far you are interested in reading novels in order to improve your English or not, I have no idea. But even as scientists, even as students pursuing your scientific subjects, it is better to read some novels related to English literature, because they would help you to improve your vocabulary and your way of expressing thoughts. One such great American writer is Thomas Pynchon. He is a reclusive author. This is what we used to say, because even now we do not know where this man is living. He is an American writer, no doubt, and periodically he has been publishing his novels. Where he is staying and how come that he is able to publish so many novels, and what is his condition of living now, and how he would look like, even that we don't know anything about. Have you ever come across a novelist of this kind? And he has written a very beautiful novel called Gravity's Rainbow. And when you look at the titles Gravity's Rainbow, you may think that it is something positive, because rainbow is there. That would bring you light, that will bring you beauty, and that it would bring you a lot of hope. That is why we go for a rainbow. There is a rainbow in the sky. And this rainbow has been praised by all the English poets, including William Wordsworth. But he calls it as gravity's rainbow. You understand what it means? It is the smoke that is left in the sky by the rocket when it leaves the earth. the arch. That is called gravity's rainbow. And there he talks about a particular bird, dodo. And this bird is a bird that usually builds the nest under the tree, not over the treetop. That is the only sin that this particular bird has committed. Because it is a very large-sized bird, flightless, and therefore it used to lay very big eggs, which are very delicious when cooked. What happened? The human beings started eating the eggs, plundering away the eggs, and the result is this bird, dodo, which has been living 50 years ago, has become extinct now. You can't find the bird anywhere. If you want to see the bird, you have to go to the museum. Recently, I have been in Andaman, and wherever I go, I used to see the images of megapods, megapods. It is also a very beautiful bird. And out of curiosity, I asked some people who are living in Andaman for a very long time, see, wherever I go, I find the images of this bird. Wherever I go, I find the pictures of this bird. But where is the bird? Sir, you can see only in pictures and only in images because it has become an extinct bird. Again, at the start of the 20th century, these birds were looming large in Andaman. And now, whether they are there or not, perhaps in one small island near the Andaman it may live. But unfortunately, it has become an extinct bird. Another thing is, I would like to point it out, you may think that we are having sufficient food resources and we are working for it. There are scientific capsules. Even if there is no food, you can manage with the scientific capsule, as the scientists do when they go in the rocket. But my dear friends, I would like to warn you, again there is a mention of it by Thomas Pynchon in Gravity's Rainbow. He calls a particular scientific concept as Maxwell's demon. And this is what I have been asking our Vice Chancellor also. One day we had a discussion about it, because I did not know anything about the scientist Maxwell. What this great scientist did, he made a small puppet-like image of the entire universe consisting of two compartments. One is cold, another is hot. And there is a partition that will not allow the hot air to get into the cold compartment. And the cold air in no way can enter into the hot compartment. This is what you call the universe. And if there is a little collapse over it, if the hot air starts entering into the cold compartment, and if the cold air started moving into the hot compartment, there would be collapse of the universe. This is the miniature of it, microcosm of the whole universe, which he has been doing it in his lab. And every day he observed it, not 1 or 2 days, but months together, in order to know whether such a danger can happen to our universe. Nothing happened. That particular day, after 2 months, he is about to write the report, a positive report that nothing will happen to the world. But unfortunately, that particular day, when he was observing it very closely, he found that is a virus that seems to be opening one small spot under this partition. And when that is opened, it can allow the hot air to enter into the cold compartment, and the cold air can easily enter into the hot compartment, and there would be a terrible collapse of the universe. And he wanted to name the virus. The scientist's name is Maxwell, and he has given, it's a kind of a coinage, he has given to that virus his own name, Maxwell's demon. Because now in English literature, we are using it idiomatically. In any good atmosphere, where you think that the things will go on peacefully and there will be no disturbance at all, there will be a disturbance which you may not be aware of. You may think that everything will go on well, but someone is doing certain things without your knowledge, and after some time only you will be knowing it what it is. It will explode, and it has already started. Now don't think that we are totally free and we can go in the same way in the future too. If you think that the universe will go on like that, then you are cheating yourself. You are living in the fool's paradise. That is what the scientists said. Therefore, when you have a meeting of this kind, and when you talk about, not as I am talking, but in a very scientific way, you will certainly come out with very positive results that would help the humankind in various ways. Because Jim Corbett, the very famous hunter-turned writer, said, we have to make this world a better place for others to live in. Let us do it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your shared wisdom and valuable insights. Now we will move on to the next session for inaugural ceremony, and it's my great honor to invite Honorable Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, Professor K. Tarnikarasu, to deliver the inaugural address.
Respected Director, Culture and Culture Relations, Professor Clement Lours, Dean Professor Jafar Ali, and our librarian, Professor Dr. M. Vijay Kumar, and head of the department, Professor Arun Prasad, and the coordinator of this event, Dr. K. Karthik Selvakumar, and HOD of Department of Electronics Engineering, Professor T. Sanmuganandam. And the resource persons are the organizing, the people who are going to deliver the lecture in N2Play Technologies, engineers who are going to deliver a talk on Ansys software. And all my close friends and students who are going to be benefited in this. Good morning, everyone. So today we are assembled here for the inauguration of 3 days high-end hands-on training and workshop on Ansys software. And you may be wondering why Professor Clement, our director, honorable director, was discussing about the arts part of it. But my dear friends, we have to, once we started understanding about the engineering or the science, ultimately we have to work for the humanities, correct? So that is why that is our end product. Whatever we do, it is our profession. Ultimately, we have to work for the society. All whatever we are doing is education is for, correct? But society only. Unfortunately, we have divided into science stream, engineering stream, and arts stream, social science line. It is not like this. We don't see any society where scientists only stay there. We don't have, correct? So it is the reality. We have to ultimately work for the society. And also that is why our degree is not from PhD, is not from PhD engineering, PhD science, no. It is Doctor of Philosophy. Everything in joining into the knowledge. So the indirectly professor is telling, when you are engineer, you have to have the humanities part of it also. Then only the you can deliver the goods. You can deliver your knowledge to the society. And also when it takes to science also, you would have seen a very important part in the literature, novels, scientific fiction. Right? It is every day these scientific fictions are, even arts also, plays major role. And how many of you has seen this Fahrenheit 451? Have anyone read this? I told during the English literature conference also. This is written by Ray Bradbury. Have you read anyone? Can you raise your hands? This is nothing but very interesting novel. Please go and read. There is a science behind this. How science can be used to control the society. This is Fahrenheit 451. This person, this author, he imagined a world where there should not be any book. Book is against the society. It gives knowledge to the society. So if people read book, then these people will come against the government. So this is the imaginary scientific fiction, where he himself take this paper and put it into the oven, and he was waiting when this paper gets fire, gets burned. He found out that at Fahrenheit 451, when we put this paper, it catch fire and becomes dust. And then he imagined in a society where everywhere there are many ovens. So whoever anybody publishes, there will be a firefighter. He took that book and then he put it inside the oven to burn. So this is the imagination in scientific fiction. And interestingly, one person who is a firefighter, he started thinking, he had the opportunity to read the books, and then he started reading many books. He thought that these books should be preserved for our community, otherwise our community become without knowledge. So he started against collecting books against the government. This is the interesting story. So why I am telling here is, you may not know these type of novels are that. Science and humanities cannot be separated. So we have to live, and also we have to work for the humanity. That's why science fictions are very interesting. When we mix science and humanities, it is very good outcome, right? And in this aspect only, today the workshop is arranged, where you can see how engineering can be done using computers, simulations, correct? So I could see there are different models: mechanical CFD, electrical low frequency electromagnetic simulation, and then 3D electromagnetic field simulator for RF and wireless design. And these are the three modules I think you are going to get. You may wonder again, what is the need for this? What is the use of this? So now the era is going towards everything through artificial intelligence. Everything through, without simulations, you cannot imagine their life now. If you want to do everything by practical itself, it will take time as well as the infrastructure. Of course, practical is the final one. But before even nowadays, even cinema also, everything they do mock. Then only directly go, then perfection will be more. Same thing here also. This type of the simulations will help us to understand instead of directly going using trial and error method, and finally we come to the some conclusion that this is the module, this is the way we have to do. Instead of going towards this, we can have this, have idea about this, then decide on this, and then slowly you can move on to this. It will take time, it will take understanding also, it will be very good understanding for us how the real the final output, all those things it will give the very good understanding. And in the case of engineering, our university now started the many BTech programs, and the number of engineers inside our campus also very less. So that is the reason Dr. Karthik Selvakumar wants to give opportunity for the engineers to bring this software into the students, because if you go to engineering college, then students will have a lot of opportunity to interact with many engineers, and they no need to be trained also, because in the lab itself they would have the frequent discussions. But here the possibility is less. So that is why Dr. Karthik Selvakumar thought that we will give the exposure to the students, and this will definitely, I know, very helpful to the students. Please take this seriously and interact with our people from Intipl Technologies, and this will definitely help you. It is not like other simulations. So now I don't know whether you have a problem with you to solve in this, and when your real problem comes, either in mechanical or electrical, these simulations will be useful. So I hope they will take some examples also to give the guidance for this. And this is a wonderful opportunity for you when you really get a job, and hopefully when they go for a job, having experience of this Ansys software means the job opportunities also will be better. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. So you can, in your CV also, if you mention, the opportunity will be better, and you will be a better engineer also. So keeping all those things only, I think Dr. Karthik Selvakumar brought this. I thank the Department of Green Energy Technologies and Intipl Technologies for arranging this wonderful training as well as workshop. So this will definitely enlighten our students. And I thank students also taking it seriously for arranging this. This is not just to get a certificate. So this is for your career. Please take it seriously and get benefit out of this. Thank you and all.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insight. Now we will move to the next session for the inaugural ceremony by inviting Professor T. Shanmuganathan, Head Department of Electronic Engineering, to deliver the felicitation address.
Respected Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Tharani Karasu, and Respected Professor Clement, Director of SCI, and Professor and Dean, Professor Jafar Ali, and Professor Arun Prasad, Head of the Department Green Energy Technology, and other faculties and professors from Green Energy Technology, other departments, and the speakers, resource persons from the Intipl, Mr. Engineer Centurion, and other team members. So, and mainly the participants. So without participants, this workshop will not happen. So Good morning, all. Actually, this workshop will give more aspect about the mechanical as well as electrical as well as electronics. I know about all this about the electronics related topic. I don't know about the mechanical aspect. I know well versed about the electronics topic like wireless as well as RF, because I'm working past 25 years in RF and wireless communication. So whatever the Professor Clements has said, the Maxwell. So Maxwell only did everything for in 1881. So after 130, 140 years, the wireless communication is playing major role because of the tremendous the technology changes from the diode retro to IC. Now in the IC itself very small miniaturized ICs in the form of micro and nano dimensions. So this technology RF and wireless is playing major role. Once in 10 years the generation is changing. Now we are in the generation of 5G. So 5G itself almost implemented in the major cities. So it will be implemented another couple of years. Then 2030, Government of India, particularly our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji is expecting 2030 first India should implement. So in that way already started through Bharat Labs 6G, because already we got 5G use case lab to our university. Actually throughout country they sponsored, they got selected, almost submitted more proposals, thousands of proposals. In that only 100 institute got 5G projects. In that our Pondicherry University also got 5G projects, around 1 crore project actually already almost done. Maybe from January onwards will be in the usage for the students as well as researchers. So all the test bed, everything. For that behind this software actually. So coming to our ECE, the high frequency structure simulator, HFSS. So HFSS will play a major role for all the components like antennas, filters, mixers, RF, everything, mixers, oscillator, all those things. Because coming to the communication starts from 1G to this technology, lot of changes. For initially only voice, then data, then video, so like that. So now 5G, so data rate is very high, like 100 Gbps. Then we are expecting in 2030, 6G will be in the 1 Tbps, terabits per second. So within a second, we can download 100 number of movies. That much speed we are expecting. So all the frequency spectrum will be playing major role. See, coming to the inverse, entire inverse, what sir told, the entire inverse is full of electromagnetic waves. So electromagnetic wave is traveling through velocity of light. What is the velocity of light? 3 into 10 power 8. What is 3 into 10 power 8 is means 300,000 kilometers per second. So the electrical wave is converted to electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave is traveling through velocity of light. So that's why immediately you are getting 300,000 kilometers per second. Then next question is, what is Earth's circumference? Earth's circumference around 37, 38. So around almost 40,000. So 300,000 divided by 40,000 means 700 times. So whatever we are, the analog signal is converted to digital, then digital is through the electromagnetic, electrical signal is converted to electromagnetics, then it is immediately happening within a second, 7.5 minutes traveling throughout the world. So that's why we are getting immediately all voice, everything, video, everything. We are sitting here, your friend is sitting in US, or I am talking from through conference call, everything, so through Google Meet, everything immediately happening because of the beautiful electromagnetic waves. That electromagnetic wave only you are going to talk about at the low frequency as well as high frequency. Okay, so the everything digital may come any time, but without RF and microwaves, you cannot do anything. You have to integrate RF microwave frequencies as well as the millimeter frequencies as well as terahertz frequencies in the wireless. So then only everything happening. So for all those things, we need to design all the components, starts from the amplifier to everything, signal, that filter, mixer, then antenna. The final element is antenna. Similarly, for again the receiver set as antenna and other components. All the components, then you have to get all the things. So that's why the communication will changes the tremendous in the near future, even through the brain wave. The near future, another 20 years definitely you will expect that the brain wave through that skull technology, the microwave telepathy will play a major role. Brain waves itself, we can start the skull communication. So that is the another thing will come another 20 years. Okay, so that much changes even in the 7G, 8G. Because the miniaturization of these components with the different substrate materials, even in the glass material itself, every components can be integrated. Even in the specs itself, the mobile can be integrated in the near future after 20 years. That much changes will come. So a lot of changes. So through this type of simulator, so coming to this simulator, so before 2000, no simulator was there. So everything we have to do through mathematically, we have to calculate every antenna design. Then we can directly go for the fabrication. Okay, now not like that. So all the softwares, not only this HFS Ansys, lot of softwares, a number of softwares available. Everything behind is the mathematics only, numerical techniques, all computational numerical techniques. This is based on the finite element method. Like that finite difference method, like a CST Micro Studio, like the so many softwares. FECO is there, CST, that SONET, AW Micro Office, like the so many softwares are available nowadays for the designing. So if you do the design, then you can go for the fabrication, measurement, everything. So then you can do a lot of things. I think so many UG and PG students as well as the PhD scholars, I think from the Manakalavanai Engineering College faculties, so all are here. So definitely all are using, I know that people are using for the biomedical wireless, lot of things. So definitely this session will give more impact for you. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank you all. Thank you.
On behalf of Ananda Rangappillai Library, we would like to launch a release of an academic book publications which has been done under the guidance of Dr. K.S. Kuppusamy and one of our MTech student from Computer Science Department, Divine Srivatsal.
Very good morning, guys, and of course I'm honored to be here as for this event on 3D high-end training and workshop on software simulations on mechanical and electrical related applications. I'm very thankful for the same. Of course, I have to thank our Professor Tarnikar sir, Vice Chancellor of our university, who has given always encouragement and support, particularly for our department, because we are a multidisciplinary department. That's why we are starting our inter-department events. Now we are doing with electrical, electronics. I'm sure that in future, with his support and our administration support, we would try to have more inter-department activities, which include chemistry, physics, science, technologies, and humanities also, as Professor Vice Chancellor is looking for. Definitely we will do. Thank you, sir. And of course, my honorable thanks to our Director, Clement sir. And I would like to thank all of our department faculty members and electronic faculty members who are here to grace this event, including most of our students who are registered here internally, as well as the outside participant from PEC and other institutions. Welcome you all. And of course, I have to thank all of our students who are behind for this event to make successful for these 3 days. And special thanks to all our registered students who are going to benefit from this event. In addition, I have to say thanks to the sponsors, Canara Bank, and also the librarian for giving the space for do this event for a successful. I'm sure this 3 day will be a very eventful day for you guys to get a lot of information from our supporters from Ansys, End-to-Plate Technologies. 3 of the experts are here to do their best to have a successful event. Thank you.